Welcome to a world in which time and space have no significance and no meaning. This is the world known as the astral plane, an ethereal realm that is regularly seen as parallel to our own physical world, yet remains unseen by the eyes of our typical consciousness. Astral travel has intrigued people from the start of time. How could it be that a few people had the option to rise above existence, leave their actual body, and go any place they wished to? Was this ability only accessible to a couple individuals, or could anyone figure out how to do it? Astral projection is a specialty of sending forth our consciousness freely to other places, other universes, or other times, and then coming back with the full knowledge of what has just been experienced. This projected consciousness is also known as the astral body. Some say that the astral body is a part of the spirit or soul that willingly parts from its physical home. And then the astral body travels forth and is attached to the host body by a thin silver cord, and if this cord were to be severed, it would cause the projector's death. Others say that it is just the astral self who leaves. They define the astral self as an emotional layer of our non-physical selves, an ethereal body that tightly surrounds us like a second aura and acts somewhat like a channel to the consciousness, the higher self, and the outside world. Others say that only the consciousness leaves, suggesting that a part of our mind leaves our body by actually going deep inside itself. Since the beginning of history, there have been reports of people who have had the ability to astral project. Descriptions of ancient astral projections have come from all over the place, including Egypt, India, and China. The ancient Egyptians believed in Ka, the astral double, and Ba, the solar spirit, and thought that both had the option to leave the body whenever they wished. The ancient Egyptians saw the Ka as an abstract body that resembles and had the characteristics of the person it belonged to. However, it was also independent and free to move away from the body at whatever point it wished. Now, no one would argue that astral projection does not have its exhilarating moments. However, frequently the emotions that it creates are not as stunning as we're led to believe they should be. To intensify that problem, it can feel different each time you project, depending on the astral circumstance in which you find yourself in. One thing many people do not realize about astral projection is that you always hold an awareness of your physical self instead of being completely separated from it. Such a large number of individuals get disappointed and feel as though they failed because they're not lost in a reality where the physical is completely neglected. And while this may every so often happen, you'll generally find yourself in a state of expanded awareness, where both worlds are equally real. In other words, you'll be wholly conscious. Maybe more so than any other time in your life, because you'll have the option to access thoughts, impressions, and memories from all levels of your brain, mind, and self. Any time that you are wholly involved in a time or place, but are removed from your physical body, or are aware of your physical body and a self that seems somehow distant from your body, you are astral projecting. Intense daydreaming is a type of astral projection. Consider every one of those occasions when you've been lost in deep thought. Times when the inner world felt so real that you temporarily failed to remember the physical one. I'm guessing someone came along and waved their hand in front of your face trying to break that daze and asked, "Where were you?" Notice that use of language as referring to being outside of your body. Additionally, think of a time when you've encountered serious physical or emotional pain. Do you remember traveling through those occasions as if you were not entirely there? That somehow you were distant from your physical body and the real you was somewhere else? These are both astral projection encounters, although many people do not recognize them as such. What people refer to as the astral plane incorporates the entire physical and non-physical universe. Even the thoughts of humanity live on the astral plane in what we consider thought forms, or semi-solid projections of consciousness that have been built up over the years by living beings who need that fantasy world to balance out what is lacking in their physical world. The essence of the astral plane can be summarized as this: thought is action on the astral plane. The simple act of will or desire can take you any place you want to go, move you into any situation you wish to find yourself in, or call to you practically any being in existence. This is one reason why it is very vital for you to go into this experience in a relaxed state and with a positive viewpoint. Any emotions or energies that you take into the astral plane will be amplified or acted upon either by you or by any other being that you meet there. Negative feelings or goals will rapidly bounce back on you. Astral projection is not any more difficult to achieve than any other skill that takes practice in order to become proficient. It really takes less time than dominating many other skills. You can safely bet that a professional piano player has had to invest a lot more energy into rehearsing than you'll have to into astral projection. The trick is understanding the process, finding the method that works best for you, and then persisting until you constantly succeed. Astral projection is more than just an art. It's magic, and don't let these words terrify you. Magic at its most basic is change, especially self-transformation. When you seek spiritual knowledge, as you will in learning and using astral projection, you will find yourself changed, and that is the art of magic, and it is both natural and positive. Once you become successful at astral projection, the universe is yours to explore. You can travel through time, see past lives, investigate different worlds and planets. You can meet your spirit guides as well as people who have passed on, and you can visit the home of the elements. You can also see what is known as the Akashic Records. This is all the information about your spirit's long journey through the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. These records can give you a lot of knowledge about yourself and assist you in developing throughout your life, but we'll get into that in a farther video. The point of my videos are going to be to help you guys fly past the bounds of your physical self. I will be telling you the best ways to control the process, as well as giving advice on preparation and safety. I will also provide you guys with step-by-step instructions for many different methods of astral projection, one of which should work for you. All it takes now is your desire and determination. I really hope you guys enjoyed this intro to astral projection. If you did and want to follow along the journey, make sure to subscribe. You can also go check out my TikTok, which will be down in the description. I have a lot of information already on that account, but it's been getting really hard to only talk for 60 seconds, so I think YouTube videos are going to be a really good idea, and a lot of people have already asked me to make YouTube videos, so I hope this is a lot better and you guys can get all the information that you need. There's a lot that goes into astral projection. I'm not just going to give the basis because you need to know a lot when you astral project. I also want to let everyone know that I get all my information from my books. I don't really trust online websites, so books is where it's at. I'll have those as well in the description. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm really excited to teach you guys all about astral projection. So yeah, peace out.